Hey guys, Nabil here. What a crazy day, full of reveals and announcements and surprises regarding Fatal Fury City of the Wolves. We have so much to unpack in this video, so sit back, drink coffee or soda, whatever, and just relax because there's a lot. All right, let's get started right into it. So a few hours ago, we had the Evo showcase that Evo and SNK did to show the game, where we had some of some top players playing the game in a team battle that was really fantastic. So you can check all the matches at the Evo channel, link in the description below. But we got to see, that was actually the cool thing, is that they played on the final release of the game. So we had all the characters. We saw Billy Khan, we saw Gato, we saw everybody, right? Including the guest characters, which I'm gonna talk about as well. But we also had, the event started with the reveal of the last base character, and that is, as everybody expected, Hokutomaru, and he looks fantastic. So first of all, let's go ahead and watch his trailer quickly. We'll talk about him, and then we'll talk about all the crazy reveals. Yes, and you read that title correct. It seems every Legacy Fatal Fury character is coming back, so we'll talk about that. Let's watch the trailer first.
Hokutomaru! 参上！空破弾残影剣！
好了！よいしょ！
これで！これで！知らぬ究極奥義燃えろ！これで！絶勝負！俺の究極奥義必殺忍びます昇竜！これで終わりだ超絶バトル決まったぜガロー伝説シティ・オブ・ザ・ウルブス
He looks great, and the cool thing is, right after seeing his trailer, we saw him in action in some of the matches, and he is great. So his double jump is really scary and can confuse the enemy. His normals are a bit short, but he has some really good combo potential, and I can't wait to get my hands on the final release of the game to be able to test him out. But that wasn't the highlight, okay? We had some cool stuff. First of all, let's talk about the guest characters, right? The Ronaldo and Salvatore, which were the subject of a lot of, many debates over the past few days. And first of all, credits is where credits is due, right? These two characters, like from a gameplay perspective, are phenomenal, and especially Ronaldo. What he can do in the game is crazy. A lot of pressure. A lot of his playstyle is absolutely unique. The fact that he's using his soccer ball in the moves, it is quite unique. We had never seen a gameplay like this in a game before, which I think is great. Salvatore is a bit of a joke character when it comes to moves. His moves kind of still look odd to me, to be honest, but he seems like a fun character as well. Now I understand some of the backlash from some people from the community that these characters should have been legacy characters, and some people are so happy that they're actually these real life people. Maybe there's some sort of like a middle ground. Maybe they could have been like some sort of in-game characters, in-lore characters based on these real people, but it is what it is, and from a gameplay perspective they are absolutely unique. And again, Ronaldo is scary. All right, so within like in the middle of the event, Crispy Kaiser, Yasuyuki Oda, and Konya-san, again the developers of Fatal Fury City of the Wolves, sat down with Hell Pockets to talk about the game. And in here they announced so much crazy stuff, okay? So many cool stuff. First of all, they started talking about Hokutomaru and they showed his story a little bit and how he's now living in the city, because like in the previous game he lived in the mountains and he was training under Andy and Mai, and now he moved to the city. It's kind of like a superhero kind of thing. You know, they gave that example. So pretty cool stuff. And then they just showed us some of the process of creating the character, some of the concept art, pretty cool stuff. And then that's when they went crazy on us and started announcing things. The new game mode, which is fantastic. The 2-lane battles are coming back. And this is crazy. Yes, 2 lanes. What made Fatal Fury a unique and game back in the 90s, because they had the double lane system, is coming back. And they talked about it a little bit. They even showed us a match. Let's see a little bit of that crazy battle.
That's why I was like, immediately, I'm like, man, only one guy's comfortable with this game. All right. That was very seamless.
Yeah, so it's quick too, and you can use it to dodge projectiles, get out of the way really quick.
Oh, I like that little smooth transition there between the planes.
So,
wow.
Coming in, putting on the pressure.
So you have access to everything in the normal game, plus the lane switching.
So there's a couple caveats.
I'm already seeing some obvious ones.
That was a complete waste.
Oh, okay. Not this.
Round 2.
Oh, okay.
Get ready.
So,
Michael,
so I was actually going to ask like how you guys would deal with things like cheesing with the lane switching, where like you just constantly lane switch and avoid taking damage.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a lot of gameplay elements that are built into that. If you want to get out of the way of projectiles real quick, that works really well. Of course, you can pull them into your lane. You can pull them out.
Right.
Chase them down.
Absolutely amazing how they incorporated it in the modern game, right? So it is available at launch. That it is, you can use it in training mode, so you can train using that. And the lane switching is built into the combos, as you guys saw. So within the combo, you can switch lanes similar to Real Bout 2 and Real Bout Special. And I cannot believe that they did this in a modern game. Right now, it seems maybe they showed at least one stage, but they're saying that there's going to be more stages that are going to be coming in the future that allows you to play the multi-lane battles. Now they haven't talked about the online, but I'm guessing you can play it online as well. So this is great. Nobody expected this. Again, this was really a big surprise, to be honest. And they talked a little bit about the Jukebox, which is kind of like the DJ station of the City of the Wolves from King of Fighters 15, and it will include, at least at launch, it includes every track from the Fatal Fury and Auto Fighting series. So the entire Southtown, stories, if you will. There will be around 390 tracks available at launch, and the list will only grow bigger. You can already see Real Bout series, Wild Ambition, Mark of the Wolves, even First Contact, Auto Fighting 1, 2, and 3, and other SNK titles. So anything that has to do with Fatal Fury and other SNK, like for example, in the King of Fighters, will be in there, which I think is again fantastic. And then they address, because like everybody knows this, right? People were not happy that 2 of the base rosters are guests. A lot of people saying they took places of other characters, etc., etc. So the biggest surprise that left me in awe, and I can't believe this, because I had to watch this and I had to ask people, and I went to Twitter, talked to as you saw, it's Max Clark, who, by the way, you should absolutely follow on Twitter, who is from the PR department of SNK, even replied to my tweet confirming that. Yasuki Oda said that they are planning, and again, I can't believe I'm going to say this, they're planning to add every single popular Fatal Fury character, legacy character, right? It's, one of my, not issues, but my complaints is that we have so many Mark of the Wolves characters, but we don't have enough legacy characters. And what he's saying, well, the translation said, I mean, Crispy Kaiser translated is saying that every Fatal Fury character is going to be added. At some point, Konya-san, and that wasn't translated, by the way, Konya-san was saying that, you know, in the future it's going to be over 30 characters. Right now we have 17. So we already know season 1. There's going to be more characters, and pretty much every legacy Fatal Fury character is coming back. Now, I still have some doubts about some characters like Jubei Yamada. You know, I don't think he's a character who's going to come back. But you know, the sky's the limit. Krauser, Lawrence Blood, Sokaku, Honfu, the Jin brothers. So many cool characters I want to see come back. Tung Furu, even though I don't know if he's still alive or not. Same thing for Juba. I don't think, you know, like maybe he's not alive anymore. That's why we're not going to see him. But there's so many characters that I want to see come back. That, you know, now it's everyone has a chance. Kim, the father, Kim Kaplan. Yes, I really want Kim Kaplan back. But again, just to see that. So Oda kind of addressed the situation without directly addressing it. Like he didn't say, oh, these two characters didn't take away the spots of legacy characters, but he said all legacy characters are coming back, and that kind of like hopefully is going to ease some of the concerns that this game is, you know, like is Fatal Fury Light or whatever. And they're saying that their plan is to make this game the Fatal Fury game, that this would be the Fatal Fury game. They said they're going to be adding more modes, more content. They haven't talked about it yet. I was a little bit disappointed that we didn't get to see the episodes of Southtown and learn more about it, but the game is around the corner, so we'll know all that. And I think this was a great presentation. It showed the great intentions that the SNK devs and SNK in general have towards this game. This is not, you know, they're not trying to trash or change the legacy of the series. They are trying to make the best Fatal Fury game ever. And speaking of content and DLC, I wish they talked a little bit about you know, like DLC costumes. I really hope this game's gonna have a lot of them. I think that was a missed opportunity when it comes to the King of Fighters 14 and 15 and Samurai Showdown as well. So hopefully this is going to be different. And speaking of the DLC costume, we had a match in the event where the player was using Terry in his classic costume, the DLC costume you get for pre-ordering the game, and I think it looks fantastic. I mean, I don't know, maybe I'm just too old and I'm just being nostalgic, but I love those legacy costumes, you know, like the Terry Bogart's costume, and I wish and I hope everyone's gonna have the legacy costumes as well as some new ones. So I think it was pretty exciting. I think the hype train has left the station. We're getting very close to the game release. Let me know, what do you guys think? What did you think about the game, about what we saw, all the stages, all the characters that we saw yesterday or a few hours ago, as well as the big announcement? I think this is one of probably the biggest announcement, as well as the multi-lane system. Let me know all that and more. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.